what I was gonna get to. So starting at left excuse me, my fault. Left coach, my guy, Justice Juice Brown in the building, and also Big Bro, Jordan Brown in the building, aka Everybody Hates JB. Fellas, what's going on, man? Welcome. Y'all finally made it to the set. I heard from Justice, Jordan was had y'all, not here, what I'm saying? But I'm glad y'all made it though. I'm glad y'all made it though, man. So what's going on, y'all? What's going on?
We just here to spread that day, man. That day you've been spreading, man. We just want to talk about the youth sports, our traveling basketball team, and just spread that dope energy.
Yeah, just to go off what Justin said, man. Just talk about that day. Finally sit down with Big Bro on the corner. And, just talk about some things going on in the community and about our team as well. So
hey,
it'll be a good time.
Can we just get straight to what we talking about? I just want to rep my peoples real quick, so we could just get into the movement, which is currently known as Jelly Elite. Let me know we can rock with that, because we do have an announcement to make later on, so y'all got to make sure y'all stay tuned. So y'all checked out the movement, and this movement, I want y'all to know, was founded by the brothers here. So let's get to the nuts and bolts of it, man. What made you want to decide to start a youth program here in the L? Well, hey, for everybody watching, we in the L, the 402. Make sure you respect that. It's not just corn around here. We got hoopers around here.
Right.
No, that was a head fake. That was an old school head fake, in case y'all didn't know. And make sure y'all subscribe to channel 724. That's where you can catch this dope content. DAE stands for Dope Awesome Energy. For the adults, it's a different thing, but that's still, we got to kick that every time. So make sure you subscribe, channel 724. I'm going to flip it and reverse it. Shout out Missy Elliott. So, fellas, what's the move? How did this come about? Was it some, family setting? We just sitting, chopping it up, eating, talking about this, that, or third? Y'all was busting each other up in the video game. Was like, man, we need to do something. I mean, what's good? Right. Talk to him.
Honestly, it actually all started. I was at my house and I woke up literally after like a long night, and just for some reason I was just thinking about my AAU days and when I played traveling ball growing up playing for GTS. I just thought that I wanted to do something like that for the community. Like I just felt like I just woke up literally with the vision. I want to start an AAU team. So I literally called up Daniel Otto, one of me and my brother's great friends, and I said, dog, I want to start my own AAU organization. I want to start it with Jordan, with my brother. So I called Jordan up, and Jordan was like, dog, I think that's a great idea. Let's just get the basics done first. Let's just connect with Daniel to help with the business.
Now, how many other times have you asked Jordan something and he has not started with that's a great idea?
A lot over here, but hey.
Hey man, it happens, but
This one clicked for you?
Right, yeah, exactly. Yes. When he called me, bro, and said that to me, I thought it was a great idea because we got a little brother. We got a couple little brothers, but our little brother is 13, Taylor, and we coach him. He has a lot of great friends that are really great ball players, very talented, great group of kids. And we just thought it was a great idea trying to get, you know, these kids together and become one, similar to what we did back in the day when we played with GTS. So
we had, like, before that, we had recently, when I was right out of high school in 2017, I was helping coach actually GTS. So we made relationships with those kids, and obviously our little brother was on the team. But a year went by, we wanted to coach again. We like, I woke up that morning, like I said, it was like I want to start my own stuff, man.
That hunger.
That hunger, yeah.
It wasn't that breakfast hunger. It was a hunger for something more.
Yeah, it was
I got
like,
you. I understand that.
exactly.
I understand that. So what? I mean, were y'all cold though? I mean, that's what I mean. You know, people want to know. I mean, everybody talks about what they was on, but were you cold though? I mean, hey, we got any? We got a word on what's up, my man Justice, producer? What's up? He can hoop?
They was both cold. Justice had a mean 3 game.
Ooh, what's up with Jordan though? You like Jordan hoop too?
Both cold. I mean, Jordan was who taught Justice.
yeah.
Oh, there it is. Big brother helping little brother. Okay, I don't know. I mean, we get a 3. Some footage of the 3. Okay, hold up. I did see Justice hit a game winner from South Gym on Facebook. So I do have to vouch for it, man. Because that's the one gym I did get to shoot R3 in high school in, and I did spray it. So we could definitely vouch for him. But so basically, it's kind of like the whole thing with Prince. Y'all were formerly known as what?
Nebraska Jelly Elite.
Okay,
Nebraska
but
Jelly Elite. Yes,
hold on,
sir.
let me check my. Oh, we got some breaking news. Can we hold on, man? We got some breaking news. We changing the whole script.
Right.
We no longer Jelly Lee. What we moving to?
Recently, actually just today, me and my brother been talking the past couple of days, and we thought it was just a great opportunity now, since before fall and the winter season, to
Right. It's kind of hectic.
Right.
Almost chaotic.
Right.
If you would say.
Right, and that's a good thing to say. I like your choice of words, man. So without further ado, no, we just want to let everyone know we changed our team name to 402 Chaos, and we're very excited about the new logo, as you guys can see, and, and absolutely just excited
That's
about
nice.
the name. So
That's nice.
just
I
new
like
energy.
that.
It was
I like
a new
that.
fresh start for us, man. We felt like the name itself described our team more. 402. When you hear 402, you know it's a Nebraska boys, and
Absolutely.
you see the logo has the skyline on it, man. So you see the capital, they link in Nebraska boys, so it's more personal to the boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see, with it being personal, y'all gotta understand, because a lot of y'all out there see Nebraska and y'all think we one thing.
Right.
It's not. We got plenty avenues, and we gonna get to that too, because we gonna definitely represent OTC today, the Olympics Track Club.
Yeah, shout out to them.
They
Yep,
definitely did
for
their
sure.
thing and put on for Nebraska
some
this
kids on that
summer
team.
as well. Yeah, and they have some kids on there as well. But just to make sure y'all understand, I know they've been in various tournaments. I know they've been holding it down for a while. What is something that y'all pride yourselves on with now shifting the name from Jelly Elite, which I guess you can't really place an opinion on a name for how a team plays, but I noticed you went from Jelly Elite to Chaos, and so are we gonna be throwing some presses in there?
Right.
Are we gonna be playing more of an aggressive style? The name to me rings a bell because it's a significant switch.
For sure. It
So I
definitely is.
mean, I don't want you to give all away, but what can we expect that we may have seen from Jelly Elite that we won't see over here with the Chaos, or we'll see this and then some from the Chaos? What can you let us know?
Yeah, I would just say we chose Chaos because, like you said, it's gonna describe what our team looks like this year. We just recently got some different pieces to the team. We think now, after 2.5 years of coaching, we finally have the team that we think can really put Lincoln on the map. We're blessed to have these players come along and be a part of the family. We're just honestly, we picked Chaos because we wanna cause chaos on the court this year.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Basically, what he said is just that chaos just means, to me, energy and rattling things up. Not only on the court, but in the city, as far as a nice up and coming team trying to make their mark in the city and really represent for Lincoln.
Because to me, in my head, when I hear Chaos, I tell you what I think. I'm thinking of diamond presses.
Yeah, for sure. We got a few of those.
The half court trap.
This will say X.
Oh, yeah.
Stomp in his foot. X. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, y'all know our producer coach too, so y'all make sure. Hey, we
Shout out
know
Ish.
all
That's
the
my coach,
right
yeah.
plays, man. So big ups to Ish on that. And we also gonna hear the J&J Express before we show some OTC highlights. That will be great. Today, what we gonna do, y'all? We making sure we touch base on the youth experience, from the youth athletic experience. And today, obviously, we got a coach's point of view today. So what we're going to do is tap into from the athletes' workouts to the referee relationships to coaches' relationships, to even relating to other parents. What does it need to be? Are the workouts too much? or, you know, what's too little. You know, we really gonna get to that today because a lot of people, in my opinion, I'm sure they agree as well, there's a lot of parents out there who are really watering down the games and the sports because, oh, well, you know, my kid's not playing or this, that, and the third, you know. I'm gonna be blunt, and this might hit some of y'all. You can't pay your way for your child to play if they're not equipped to play the game, which means get them off Fortnite.
Right.
Get them off some of them games, man. When you know if they waking up first thing and get into a video game, you know, that's not really going to necessarily produce you a superstar unless shortly after that video game they hit a 3-4 hour workout.
Right.
Which
Exactly.
most kids are not right now, which is to be understood. But so we'll touch on that later on though. So also, let me get a couple quick random joints from y'all real quick. Favorite sandwich, Justice?
Favorite sandwich.
Favorite sandwich. Now don't.
Man.
Hey, there's a lot. Don't play.
Hey.
And I mean favorite. I don't want an asterisk by it. Favorite sandwich.
That's crazy. I'm gonna just say the steak and cheese from Subway. That's one of my favorite.
What
sandwiches.
cheese?
Man, I throw the white American on it. You know what I'm saying? With the Chipotle sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I can do that. Jordan, favorite cartoon growing up.
Favorite cartoon growing up? Ooh, that's tough.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't tell y'all none of these questions.
Man, there's a lot of good ones. I'd say personally, probably, I'm not even gonna lie, man, I was a huge like SpongeBob fan. Like I'm a big SpongeBob guy and Rugrats. I love Rugrats.
I'm glad somebody said that, but you gotta pick a favorite, and you name two.
I'd say, man,
On the spot.
on the spot, probably Rugrats.
Oh yeah, Rugrats is a classic.
Like Rugrats.
Producer man, where you at with the cartoons? Vintage cartoon.
Doug funny, man.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hey,
All day.
in the dance up though, you got Skeeter, right?
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, mayonnaise is my squeeze.
Hey, just so y'all know, shout out to Doug. That was the most diverse cartoon ever.
Those are classic.
And people don't understand that. You know, Skeeter was turquoise. What was Roger was yellow, something like that. And Patty was orange.
Yeah, Patty was a sister. You know Patty was a sister.
And she had to be, because she wasn't playing no games with Doug. She, no, you something else, man. But no, I definitely appreciate the energy you gave me on that one. So, also, what we're gonna do, we got a little live interview set up with them today. That's what the meat and potatoes, since we in the Midwest. That's what the bulk of this is about. These were my Kirkland's Corner coaches, basically of the summer. Our schedules were so hectic. We tried to sit down in June, couldn't do it. Tried to sit down in July, couldn't do it.
For sure.
August, I knew they were busy because we all getting ready for school to come back in session. They had various tournaments out of town, all type of business like that. But it was all productive business, so it's not like they was dodging me, like you know what I'm saying, like they owed me lunch money or something like that. The brothers was working. So big hats off, big respect to that. So a lot of today, the focus is gonna be the brothers. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, get you some popcorn, get you a little water. And like I said, we're gonna have a word from J&J Express. We also gonna hear from the brothers as they, so eloquently gave me a testimonial that I appreciate. So we gotta make sure we get on to that. And we're gonna get to the J&J Express right now.
Hi, I'm Justin Anderson. Hi, I'm Jordan Anderson. We are the Junior Olympic All-Americans for OTC. We are participants for Camp Kelly, and you're watching Kirkland's Corner on Channel 724. Hi, I'm Justin Anderson. Hi, I'm Jordan Anderson. We are the Junior Olympic All-Americans for OTC. We are participants for Camp Kelly, and you're watching Kirkland's Corner on Channel 724.
scenes, on the scenes. I mean, there's so many parents out there, and big ups to all y'all who make sure that your kids is taken care of, you know, and it's just, when you have that mixture, it just helps everything flow. And so being able to see these kids thrive and knowing that we'll see them down the road is a humongous asset for us. And honestly speaking, for people who try to build in the community, obviously you know what my mission is to bring energy. It's to bring awareness. Like, for instance, that dope awesome energy for the adults, that dope energy, you know what I'm saying? It will be in full effect. Do or Die concert at the Grove. Crazy.
Absolutely.
So make sure that, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Hey, with Davon Daniels, I appreciate you, bro. Audio Dope Development. Thank you very much. Also, we previewing something else today on here that y'all might not know about. Shout out my man Gnome G. He got a track called Get Involved. That's straight heat that he recorded at the studio with TJ Sadler the other day. So that's going to be coming on here too. We definitely going to have that on in a minute. But back to the brothers though. So, let's start from the beginning. Where we hailing from?
Me and Justin, we're both from, I was born in New Britain, Connecticut. So we're born
y'all
out.
East Coast.
Yeah, we're originally from the East Coast.
Okay.
So we actually were born and raised out there since, I believe, till we were about 8 or 9.
Actually, Jordan was born out there. I was born in Lincoln, but I moved there when I was like 1 year old. But I grew up in Connecticut, but
It seemed like a little brother thing to do, don't it?
yeah.
I wasn't really born there, but he was there though.
Yeah. Well, you go ahead.
No, so
I know somebody was gonna give you some stuff about that. Like, I know
You knew I had to say something, man.
no, but we're initially from the East Coast. That's where we bring a lot of our personality from. You know,
Yeah.
our whole family.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right, exactly. That's
My
where
guy,
our
right?
family, you know, that's how we came up, basically, man.
Absolutely.
We came to Nebraska and to Lincoln specifically, and you know, it was a culture shock at first, but Lincoln's actually a really, you know, beautiful city. A lot of great people. It is actually very diverse too.
A lot of people sleep on that.
Right, and when we came,
y'all went to Lincoln High, correct?
I went to the Northeast initially. He's
I'm
a Lincoln.
graduated.
So I can relate to you on this one. I'm gonna leave Jordan out on this one. Now, when I went to Lincoln High in 03, we had.
State champ.
If anybody heard what he said, yeah, I got one of those at the crib. I might wear the jersey one time. I done put on a few LBs since 03, but I might put the jersey on one time. But just when I went there, we had 42 nationalities. So, and I thought there was like 6.
Right.
So,
Right.
I was like, oh no, them two the same. Oh, they not? Oh, my fault. But that just speaks to the diversity that Lincoln does have.
Right.
And I'm sure y'all have ran into diversity in who y'all have played, or who you've had play for you.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen? What have you seen in who plays for you? What have you noticed? Is there a decline in certain ethnicities? Is there an increase in certain ethnicities?
I say as far as our program, we've had probably 4 to 5 different nationalities. I mean, that's a lot for just a single basketball team.
Yeah.
We've had anything from Middle Eastern kids, Sudanese kids, African American kids. Even we have a Caucasian kid on our team. I mean, he has a little bit of that jungle fever in him, but yeah, he's talking.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But
sound like he got some day in him.
yeah, he got some day in him, exactly. So like, I just say like as far as like the Lincoln, like as far as like all around Lincoln basketball teams, I say it's all pretty much scattered out and diverse. There's a few programs where it might be predominantly maybe Caucasian kids and stuff, but those kids they can play and they play the game with flavor. You know what I'm saying? I say all around. The diversity in Lincoln and all around the high schools has grown. I feel like all around since I've even started middle school till now, it's just getting bigger and bigger.
And to kind of touch on what he said, just like focusing on like almost a lot of the inner city kids, you know, a lot of North Side kids and a lot of kids from like middle of Lincoln, you know, some of them don't have a lot of, you know, financial support and things of that nature, and it came up a different way. So, you know, we love taking kids like that, supporting them, and just being like a, you know, a big brother figure to them. So,
Absolutely.
You know,
Speaking of big brother, what was it like? What was it like having Jordan be the big brother, man?
I mean, it was cool, man. Sometimes, you know, some days I couldn't stand him, but I mean, yeah,
Still
man, yeah. I mean, having him around, you know, as a younger brother, and then seeing him play sports and stuff, that really definitely did help me want to pursue my love for sports and be as good as I could be. Seeing him graduate made me want to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Watching him play baseball, basketball, football. I did all that off the kind of seeing him do that. So,
and that's a big thing to
That's
be
where I
able to
get
have
my
an
passion
important
from.
influence too, because there's a lot of big brothers, whether it's biological or not, that are not steering kids or their own siblings in the right direction. And unfortunately, that's part of the community. But it's big that you two brothers are banding together to make sure other young kids, and I think it's important for people to know, you know, while we were talking about ethnicities and different groups, these fellas are they're not discriminating anything. They're just simply saying what groups have reached out to them.
Right.
You know, what groups have wanted to play with the
Absolutely.
organization. I'm sure they would. I mean,
Shout out
obviously,
to all the races.
I got some. Hey, honestly, my point of view, I've had multiple conversations with different coaches around the city. Some, you know, egos. Some of their egos, you know, they kind of got to them. I'm going to say that to say the least. But we've tried getting, you know, the South Side basketball players, you know, the Caucasian kids predominantly, with the diverse kids on the North Side. My ideal team would get half of the team be from the South Side, half the team would be from the North Side.
Good mix.
And they can teach their way of basketball, just like the North Side kids can teach them their way. And if they learn both sides of the basketball spectrum, there's nothing that can hold Lincoln basketball back. You see why Omaha goes to state every year and Lincoln doesn't.
there's a reason why. There's a reason for that.
Because
Absolutely.
them dudes up there, a lot of those coaches up there are fine with their players playing for other teams and learning from different coaches and learning basketball in different ways, because you'll never progress if you're not learning the game in different ways.
Right.
You can't just
Absolutely.
progress from having one coach your whole life, because you'll never have the same coach your whole career. If you go to high school and college and NBA overseas, you'll have a different coach all the time, and you play with different nationalities.
You're
all the time.
right. The only way you can have the same coach is if you play 2K or anything on EA Sports.
Exactly.
So,
My
so,
coach is
so,
a fantasy. You'll probably have a different coach by the next two.
you might, you
2K.
might. I was just going, you know, EA or 2K. They really your head coach. No, I'm just playing. But no. So with that being said, then I did want to ask one thing.
You gotta preach that though.
Yeah.
What we preaching?
What?
That's huge because a lot of coaches still don't understand that. That's something I had to learn.
Yeah.
Is that you have to learn from other people.
You have to integrate
Right.
styles.
Not all knowledge is from one thing.
Can I quote you real quick?
Right.
Cross pollination.
Cross pollination.
There it is. You have to be able to blend. And it's
Right.
interesting you said that, because I remember I grew up on the South Side, so I do notice a difference
Right.
in how some hoop. But me being centralized in Lincoln High, it put me in the best of both worlds. So I was able to see a slower, more controlled version of the game, and I was also able to see the explosive version of the game. And I was able to mix that to my own, and that helped me propel to. I mean, I got to stay title out of it. And like I said before, I'm not. One time for the L. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a star player. You're not ever going to look in the history books and be like, dang, Kirk had 45, he dropped 30. Nah, my highest was 7 and 11 against Bellevue
Played your
East.
role and got a
Played
chip.
my role and got a chip. And so, you know,
gotta
to
catch on that
anybody
too.
who say anything this way or that way, I'm cool with it. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, like I was telling Sam before we got on here, being a team player helps me celebrate my wins with more than just me. Because why do I want to go to a big fancy table with Larry, Mo, and Curly? I don't know none of them, and I got to celebrate a win, but I have nobody I can see that I know. Like,
I
to
think-
me, that's not a celebration.
I think that's a great point, because even when we played with GTS back in the day, like Ishma and Angelo, you know, they really made it clear, like, play your role. You know, do what you got to do to win the game, and do what you got to do to, you know, help your team out ultimately. And even if you didn't play, you know, some kids didn't play really. You know, we had probably 12, 13 kids and maybe 10 played a lot, you know, but.
And that's how it goes.
And that's how it goes. And some would be happy after the game, and that was great to see. And some wouldn't really play. You'd feel bad, but at the end of the day, you know, you do what you got to do for your team.
And that's
Be a
one
good
point
team.
that we definitely are going to talk about later on when we talk about the whole youth experience. One of my favorite quotes I say on here, if y'all follow it, is "Everybody can't go, and favor ain't fair." I mean,
That's as real as it gets.
you can't keep everybody.
How you gonna separate yourself?
You know,
Period.
and it's just, and that separation comes from, I think, maturity.
Right.
I think once you master certain parts of the game, you understand. Okay, you know, this is
Right.
great. We've been rocking them together, playing, you know, since Oshkosh, Bagosh, and
Right.
Legos and stuff. But you know, right now, my game is elevated.
Right.
You know, and that's definitely another point we'll talk about
Yeah,
with
for
the
sure.
experience.
Absolutely.
But like when you elevate your game, you have to elevate your surroundings.
Right.
So is that why? Is there a perception that the North Side is too run and gun, or too explosive,
Right.
or too maybe just fly by the seat of the pants, as to where the South Side, you're gonna have more of those lower scoring games, but you're gonna have one of those breakout kids who just
Right.
just spraying all
For
game. I
sure.
mean, there's a difference. So
sure.
how do you Where do you find the happy medium in there?
I mean, honestly, with that perception, as far as like the Northside kids, like, yeah, the Northside has a lot of great athleticism, a lot of kids that have great height, a lot of kids that are really fast, and, you know, kids that can jump, you know, 40 inches, you know. Shout out to Jim Gatwich, you know, doing big things for Lincoln.
Gracious.
Yeah,
one of the craziest
that's something we can go
in-game
into a whole
dunkers I have ever
segment on
seen.
that. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Gemma. We actually coach his little brother KG, so we have a great relationship with Gemma as well. So he's a great kid, you know. So, but basically, back to that, you know, the point the Northside kids just, you know, as far as that stigma they get is they're not fundamental. You know, they might not listen to coaches. You know,
and that's something that realistically, as a coach, you guys know that there are some kids.
Our parents might not be involved. You know?
And those are all real facts. Do I think people should necessarily put them into play when we're talking about kids? No. Because I don't think there's any kid out there who's going to willfully say, no, I don't need my iPod at the game. No, I don't want somebody at the game. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of these kids out there that are hooping with nobody there.
Oh, man,
and you only wonder if somebody else might be there.
Exactly.
But that's where y'all come in at.
So I recently, we got to a point where it's like we're playing against these teams, and we're like, our kids, man, like we grew up with the same thing. When we grew up playing for our 18 GTS, like I said, it was just us. They built that culture, you know what I'm saying? Ishma and Angelo Stabler, they built the culture of, you know what, we don't care who's at the game, but we're family. So we'll have 40 kids on the sideline cheering us on, all the younger ages, and we'll have our family there. But it only comes to think like when you're playing against these Southside teams and you see they got their moms there, their uncles, their fourth cousins. I mean, they got everyone there supporting.
No relation.
And it's like, but it's like for real though, it's like the kids, I've seen kids literally, like I have a kid on my team, I'm not gonna say his name, but his mom showed up to one game last year. And she walked into the gym and his whole energy changed. It was like, it was crazy to see his whole
It was a beautiful thing.
It was just crazy, like it just the light that came to him. It was crazy, like I almost tear it up. It was pretty crazy.
Kids need that light. We can agree, kids need that light.
That's if nothing else, man. That that support, man. Is I'm not even a parent. You know what I'm saying? You could relate to that, man.
Absolutely.
You know, absolutely being a parent.
I've seen just they light up like it's almost an uncontrollable thing. My son's been in the dugout. And I've been there, hey Jay.
Man,
what up, Dad? Man, come play the game.
Man.
But you also hype because they're hyped that you're there.
Exactly.
So to anybody watching, make sure you get to the games. Make sure you attend.
Take a couple hours out your day, man.
Please do that. Please do that. And by the way, since we're talking about the kids, let's get some clips going in a few minutes of the OTC kids who had a great summer. We're also going to come back. We're going to talk about the I drew a blank. I'm not gonna lie. You gonna say something about my head? I knew you was, and that's why I drew a blank.
I want to shout out. I want to shout out OTC though. I want to shout out Carmelo.
Lolo Lightning.
Hey, my dog J Max son. He the truth.
Lolo Lightning. Yes indeed. Yes indeed.
And I want to shout out my player Trayvon Gray. He's on OTC as well. He went to nationals.
He did. You know what? The funny thing was about Trey. He never had run the 400. And that whole season, he had never ran the 400, and then 2 meets before regionals, he ran it, got goals both weeks, and then went to regionals and qualified. I mean, that's how simple it is. And when you're actually an athlete, you're able to have these outlets, and you can transition to do what you want. And so, also we're gonna have an A Fresh break later on. Excuse me, not a break, but we have an A Fresh party coming up that we're getting ready to get down to. So we're gonna call it the A Fresh Breakdown, you know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to the home team on that. Lamar, I know Lamar's down south, you know what I'm saying? We're going to OTC right now, the Olympus Track Club. For y'all don't know the sign or the symbol, is you down with OTC? Yeah, you know me.
No doubt.
I'm back in it, I gotta get it, I gotta live it. Gotta be known as one of the best that ever did it. I got them livid, probably why they looking so timid. Give me $1, I come back and feed the whole village. To share a track with me, really a whole privilege. I'm so fearless, they so clueless, I really do this. I'm teaching students, I'm still in this bitch, going stupid. Played it cool from my mama, the law's so ruthless. They'll gun you down and get paid leave, that's crazy. From the streets to the top, I call that Jay-Z. You better play my music, baby, before you play me. This that 4K living, I'm so HD. They wanna know all your business when you stay low-key. Late night, do or die, bumpin' Pope P. On the road to success, it could get lonely, but getting to your destination is the major key. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, problem solved. I stay gassing, I stay snapping, this is a passion. I might slip, I might fall, but I got the traction. I'm eating over here, my new. Yeah, I stay smacking. The world is my playground, I'ma start packing. You can't lose being yourself, I am not capping. These boys still in my flow, I guess they kidnapping. Is you fake, is you real, I think you mismatching. It's all about the streams now when you go gold to platinum. This generation so f***ed up, I don't know what to do. I guess I just stay to myself to feel comfortable. But anyway, I'm getting paid in different ways. These niggas getting played like the arcade. I'm talking Tekken 5, I'm trying to stay alive. I guess I just mob on them like a wise guy. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the game's always gon' hate, I don't know why. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, problem solved. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the game's always gon' hate, I don't know why. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the game's always gon' hate, I don't know why. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, problem solved.
All right, hey, big ups to the OTC program. My son is a part of the program. A lot of my friends' sons, daughters is part of that program. If you need any type of explosion, speed, just agility, or you need a family setting for your kid or yourself, make sure you get involved with OTC Track Club. Shout out Raymond Adams, shout out Kamari Chanel, Darwin Archie, Coach Jeff. There's so much love and energy that goes into there. You might catch Ish at a couple of the track meets too. You might catch him there. So be ready to talk because you will be on camera. But also, real quick, we're going to take a quick moment here in a second to hear from these fellas right here. They were so kind as to put something together for me. We also are going to hear from, we also going to catch some clips from the Lady Rockets, Premier Basketball, a couple clips from Verily Storm, but then we are going to come back and finish the mini-series on the youth athletic experience from the coach's standpoint. We're going to tackle a couple more questions. I see that we are getting to late. Ooh, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost happy hour, man. Right. So what's your favorite drink, Justice?
Man, I'm a favorite drink. I'm gonna say Hennessy.
I'm here to get familiars. I'm not here to do all that. I'm here to party.
Get right.
Straight to it. Straight to it. The day got to be on high. So 3 the host. My guys in a bit. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Yeah, my name is Justice Brown.
Speak up, man.
Hey, look, yeah, my name is. Hey, look, like I said, my name is Justice Brown. I'm the co-founder of Nebraska. Not Nebraska Jet Elite. My bad. I forgot to change that name.
So stuck to it.
Yeah. Chaos. Look, hey, we going to change this name. 402 Chaos, man.
Yeah.
I'm the co-founder of 402 Chaos.
Man, this is Jordan Brown, co-founder of 402 Chaos. We're here with my little brother, big homie Kirk.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog for finally having us, man. We're excited to get this show going.
I appreciate y'all being on.
It's an honor to be here. Absolutely.
So honestly, I know now I need to contact you as opposed to dude. Because dude busy. You know what I'm saying? Dude busy all the time, but hold on, y'all both busy. So the best bet is to just meet up here when we can and just go from there.
Hey,
man.
we all busy, man, but we made it happen, right?
Y'all
Finally
did.
here.
Y'all hear? You two, y'all here trying to come at me? We here, right? Okay. Hey, while y'all out here though, make sure y'all subscribe to channel 724. Y'all can see more dope content. We got the Valenti sound off. Y'all gotta stay tuned for that. That's the dope sports concept coming from them. Y'all gotta make sure that y'all tune into that. Subscribe to channel 724. There's always love around here. Another quick random question: mac and cheese, no or yes or no?
Man, what?
I mean,
Nah.
man.
No.
Mac and cheese?
No.
Hey, I'm gonna say this.
Absolutely
What mac and cheese
not.
you been eating, man?
I don't none.
that
I don't want
Kraft mac
none.
and cheese.
No, I don't eat
Now you
none.
said he grew up on the south side. He eating that Kraft. That Kraft.
Hey, no cap. We didn't have no mac and cheese at the crib.
Hey, look.
I'm not going for it. But if you put them hot dogs in it, I will eat the hot dogs and then pass you the mac and cheese.
Hey, look, my brain tell me, yeah, my mouth, my taste buds, but my stomach tell me otherwise. That's what I'm gonna say with mac and cheese.
Oh man, mac and cheese. I'll eat my mom's homemade. You know, shout out Mom Dukes. She can throw down for real. Shout out my girl's mac and cheese. So that's how I get down.
He just shout out my girl mac and cheese.
Right, he threw that in there because I'm by myself.
Now my girl mac
Y'all
and cheese.
y'all booed
I'll
up.
get you a plate.
Y'all LMA booed up, and I'm over here just.
Hey, my girl's grandma make a mean mac and cheese too, though. Shout out to her, man.
This.
Hey, that concludes the shout out to mac and cheese section of tonight's show. No more mac and cheese shout outs tonight. But we are about to hear and see from the Lady Rockets, Premier Basketball, and Verily Storm before we get to the remainder of the show, the day of the day, and we also want to shout out Gnome G for that Get Involved track. Gnome G, you did your thing on that. Always fire, and you see how we put the pictures behind that. So I know OTC fam, I appreciate y'all, even though, you know what I'm saying, you know, we ain't always around each other now that the season over. It's always love, you know what I'm saying? OTC one time for y'all. I got y'all. Hey, right. Hold on one more time. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So definitely it's always big up to them. But first, and coming up soon, we're gonna hear from Jordan and Justice Brown, as like I said, they graciously blessed us with, you know, a little, I don't even want to call it an infomercial. I want to call it a testimony of, you know what I'm saying, them representing the corner, seeing the movement, and showing love. And that's really what we own. We own the dope, awesome energy. There's no bounds to it. It's too easy to show love and show positive energy. So if you find yourself being stuck in that mode and not being able to do it, then that's what it is. We're going to hear from Jordan Brown real quick, my man. To the left, everybody hates JB on Instagram. Don't send him no crazy
Go
stuff.
follow
though.
me. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, y'all? This is Jordan Brown, Jelly Elite co-founder, located here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Just wanted to shout out my guy, Matt Kirkland, you know, the Kirkland's Korner, the whole crew. You know, a lot of love to y'all, man. Y'all go over a lot of great content, support a lot of great things in the city. You know, just really great to see that kind of take off for you guys, and, you know, best of luck to that. But stay locked into the Kirkland's Korner, man. Check them out on YouTube, channel 724. Check my guy out, channel 724. Matt Kirkland on Facebook. You know, check my guy out, man. Great dude. Does nothing but positivity for the, you know, for the community, man. So nothing but ups to that. Follow me on Instagram, everyone. Follow me on Instagram. It's Everybody Hates JB, ERRY, Body Hates JB. Follow your boy, man. Got a lot of jelly content on there for our team and, you know, things of that nature. Follow us on Instagram as well, Nebraska Jelly Elite. Follow that on Instagram, man. A lot of great things coming soon here from us. But yeah, shout out to Matt, man. You know, check the Kirkland's Korner out, man. All love to y'all.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? This is Justice Brown, co-founder of Nebraska Jelly Elite Basketball. Hope all y'all having a blessed day. Make sure y'all tune in to channel 724 on YouTube to catch the Kirkland's Korner. My dog, Matt Kirkland, will be spreading a lot of information and talking about Nebraska Jelly Elite Basketball and other great hot topics involving youth sports and some other teams around the city, and just some dope content. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Y'all have a blessed day. Make sure y'all tune in. Channel 724 on YouTube. Hey, how's it going, y'all? This is Justice Brown.
JB, that's how you get a hold of him.
What's good is everybody hate JB. You know, check out the Kirkland's Corner. Follow my guy on Facebook. Follow my guy on the gram. Follow Lil Bro on the gram as well. Once again, mine, everybody hate JB. Follow our AU team's page, 402_chaos_. You know,
Formerly known as the Jelly Elite.
Right, formerly known as Jelly Elite, Lincoln's Own. You know, much love to everybody out there watching tonight.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, Justice, what's going on? You was on there too. What would you say? Let me ask you a question. What? Yeah, I hear you. Shout out to everybody who notices that it's warm in here and I've been wiping my head. And you know what? I catch a lot of jokes about the dome. You know what I'm saying? I've heard Tommy Strong for a while. Rest in peace, obviously, Tommy Strong.
No doubt.
I've heard a lot, and I can't help it because it's hot in this light right here. So, but Justice, coming up, like you, hold on. Actually, let me reverse it. Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Having a little brother like Justice, and you seen what he's been able to do in his time frame. Can that let you sleep at night knowing that you were a successful big brother? Because, like I said, there's a lot of big brothers who are leading little brothers straight to a grave, the jail, or to dead ends. And obviously, we're sitting in the same setting, so you got to be doing something, and he's got to be doing something to keep you interested. Because I feel as a sibling, you can be invested in younger brother, but if you got your own life, you legally able to do your own thing without necessarily worrying. But
absolutely,
you know, one thing I see, you know what I'm saying, with my Facebook goggles, there's always a post by one of you with one of you under it as the first comment. Right. And normally I see FOE for those who are not in tune.
Family over everything.
Yes, so talk about that with what do you see from your younger brother?
Honestly, I mean, just like Justin said, kind of coming up, you know, I was the oldest brother, so me and him for a while, we was the only two kids. You know, it was us and our mom, and coming up, we love sports. That's one thing, like.
That was a common thread?
That can make us escape whatever's going on, you know, anything that's going on in the world. That's kind of where we found our peace, was either on a court, football field, or a baseball field. Okay. And, you know, when we came up, you know, me and Justice, we fell in love with the game, and he watched me throughout the years. He was a great, as Ish was saying earlier, he was a great youth basketball player, had a good high school career as far as basketball. Great youth baseball player as well. Not a lot of people know that. Played in high school as well. So just seeing him coming up, playing sports just like me, and doing great things right now. You know, being a coach at Lincoln High, you know, shout out to the Lynx and that program. Got a great season coming up. So just seeing him become a coach, and he has a good job, got a good head on his shoulders, you know, goes to school, you know, is getting his degree, pursuing that. So definitely just excited for that, man. Excited for the future.
That's dope. To me, I don't have any, I have brothers, extended family brothers that I've met through the years, obviously, but you know, I don't have a biological brother. So, Justice, how does that feel, knowing? Let's just be blunt about it. You're not a letdown. You watched the road paved and you followed it. Yes, you went your own way with different things, but you came back to that. And we won't say the Old Town Road, but you came back. You came back to that common ground. Right. So, you know, talk to us a little bit about it. How's it feel to hear your brother say those things about you, though?
It feels good, but it's at the end of the day, it's something I already know because that's the bond we got. So he don't expect nothing but the best from me. I feel like the same with him. I mean, if he's slacking or if I'm slacking, we gonna let each other know. Right. If, you know, if I ever feel like he could have gave more effort, even you'll see us at the sidelines of games. You know, we might be, you know, snapping on each other while the kids is playing in the game, and it's just because that's just what we do as brothers. Like, if I feel like he might have made a bad timeout call, I'll let him have it in front of the kids. And vice versa, just like I let him know anything. If I feel like he's slacking, if he, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it real, man. Just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, family over everything. I got it tatted on me, you know what I'm saying, to my dying day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something we really live by, I feel like, especially our brothers in the family. There ain't nothing we wouldn't do for each other. So
yeah, I think absolutely. I think that's go ahead.
Shout out, like I said, shout out to my other little brothers, Tay Moore, JV and Brown, and Josh Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, FOE, and you know we coming, man. Yeah.
I like hearing the energy. The energy for me is dope because, you do see a lot of people who don't have good relationships with parents, siblings. I mean, anybody in general.
Right.
And so to see that y'all are branching out, you help coach your younger brother. I mean, you're setting the youth up for success. And while I'm talking about that, big ups to Kwabena Mensah. He put together one of the dopest events that I've seen and been able to thankfully be a part of. It was the Oasis Barbershop Visionary Youth Back to School Backpack and Free Haircut event. I know when I got there, the line was wrapped around M Street, almost down all the way down the block. Yeah. So to know, and I think the final tally was they got 581 cuts done from.
That's crazy.
From 10:30 or 10 o'clock until 5, I believe, is when they started shutting stuff down. I mean,
I think it was honestly. I ain't trying to critique you or nothing.
You are, but go ahead, bro.
Hey, look. I think what I seen it was about 741 cuts, something like that, 700 plus. But still, though, I'm just, I had to cut you out.
No, you didn't.
But I'm just saying, I just want to give more props to KB because that's really crazy.
And for all of my younger viewers,
it's just crazy though.
I do have last year's number, the 531.
Yeah. 541. So y'all both on my head.
So
I appreciate. Hey, you know what? You know what? It's a community.
And it's our game.
It's our corner family over everything.
As a community, we did better, right? We did better this year.
Yeah.
More fresh
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We ain't cutting none of this. Look.
And for any of my fans who was wondering, yes, he does look like a younger Heavy D. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I know y'all see the face. He has more than facial hair, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you see the Milk Dud head, though. Look.
Hey, shout out to Milk Dud. If y'all want to go ahead and give me a sponsorship, too, I'm still here. We still cooking. So, before we get into the last segment of the show tonight, definitely want to shout out the Girls and Boys Track Club, the Jaguars. Got a couple just nice bits of footage of just the kids doing their thing, excelling in their natural habitat. So we're going to get to that very quickly, and then we're going to close up tonight on the corner, finishing up talking about the youth athletic experience as a whole, now from a coach's standpoint. So I'm going to put these two fellas through the ringer. But real quick, Soif statement of the week. I asked the fellas this week. Now, I have one, and I'll post it on Facebook. So I don't want you to assume that what he's saying has ended. It might. I don't know. But no, I asked the fellas to have their Soif statement of the week. They can both have one. I've got mine. I'm going to keep it here on lock. But as you know, on the corner, and if you come on the corner, you are agreeing to the Soif life, which states you are staying out of your feelings. Now, for those who don't understand, that means that everything someone says to you is not that big of a deal.
Right.
You should take a lot of things that people say, not a lot, some things to heart, but not everything is worth, you know what I'm saying, getting your feelings, getting upset, and potentially being wrong about. So, like I said, I'm skipping mine today. Justice, what's your stay out your feelings statement of the week?
I'm going to say this. Hey, you miss every shot you don't shoot. Take that how you want.
Yep. I say mine's less of a statement. It's more of a statement, less of like a quote. I'd say.
You see how he threw that back at you?
Don't let.
Appreciate that.
No,
Yeah,
no shade,
FOE.
no shade,
Yeah, we out here. No, plenty shade. Plenty shade. No.
All I want to say really is just don't let someone else's current success determine what your tomorrow is. You know, go forward, stay positive, and, just keep that dream.
And you have to stay out your feelings to do what Jordan just said.
And this is the most important thing, is keep that day. If they keep in that day, they shouldn't be in their feelings.
If you got that day, I mean, you don't even have time to be in your feelings about stuff. You got to really just keep on moving. Soif statement of the week. What you got?
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Hey, and I know some people going to hate that.
That hurt.
Right.
That hurt a couple. Hey, and if it hurt you, you know what? Get better. That's all we got to do. We're going to go to those clips real quick. Like I said, big ups to the link. Not link. Ooh, I know they're going to be mad at me because that's in Omaha. The Boys and Girls Club, the Jaguars, Premier Basketball. I think we got a couple clips of Early Storm too. And then we're going to finish up here on the corner. Y'all keep y'all day on high and make sure you subscribe to channel 724.
I'm back in it, I gotta get it, I gotta live it. Gotta be known as one of the best that ever did it. I got them livid, probably why they looking so timid. Give me $1, I come back and feed the whole village. To share a track with me, really a whole privilege. I'm so fearless, they so clueless, I really do this. I'm get paid leave, that's crazy. From the streets to the top, I call that Jay-Z. You better play my music, baby, before you play me. This that 4K living, I'm so HD. They wanna know all your business when you stay low-key. Late night, do or die, bumping P. On the road to success, it could get lonely, but getting to your destination is the major key. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. I stay gassing, I stay snapping, this is a passion. I might slip, I might fall, but I got the traction. I'm eating over here, my new, yeah, I stay snacking. The world is my playground, I'ma start packing. You can't lose being yourself, I am not capping. These boys still in my flow, I guess they kidnapping. Is you fake, is you real, I think you mismatching. It's all about the streams now when you go gold to platinum. This generation so up, I don't know what to do. I guess I just stay to myself to feel comfortable. But anyway, I'm getting paid in different ways. These niggas getting played like the arcade. I'm talking Tekken 5, I'm trying to stay alive. I guess I just mob on them like a wise guy. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the end's always gon' hate, I don't know why. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the end's always gon' hate, I don't know why. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the end's always gon' hate, I don't know why. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. I'm back in it, I gotta get it, I gotta live it. Gotta be known as one of the best that ever did it. I got them livid, probably why they looking so timid. Give me $1, I come back and feed the whole village. To share a track with me, really a whole privilege. I'm so fearless, they so clueless, I really do this. I'm teaching students, I'm still in this bitch, going stupid. Played it cool from my mama, the law is so ruthless. They'll gun you down and get paid leave, that's crazy. From the streets to the top, I call that Jay-Z. You better play my music, baby, before you play me. This that 4K living, I'm so HD. They wanna know all your business when you stay low-key. Late night, do or die, bumping P. On the road to success, it could get lonely, but getting to your destination is the major key. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle, lush, problem solved. I stay gassing, I stay snapping, this is a passion. I might slip, I might fall, but I got the traction. I'm eating over here, my new, yeah, I stay snacking. The world is my playground, I'ma start packing. You can't lose being yourself, I am not capping. These boys still in my flow, I guess they kidnapping. Is you fake, is you real, I think you mismatching. It's all about the streams now when you go gold to platinum. This generation so up, I don't know what to do. I guess I just stay to myself to feel comfortable. But anyway, I'm getting paid in different ways. These niggas getting played like the arcade. I'm talking Tekken 5, I'm trying to stay alive. I guess I just mob on them like a wise guy. After cause the game's always gon' hate. I don't know why. You wanna get to this money, nigga, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle lush, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, nigga, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle lush, problem solved. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the game's always gon' hate, I don't know why. After this, I might just sneak up in your top 5. But the game's always gon' hate, I don't know why. You wanna get to this money, nigga, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle lush, problem solved. You wanna get to this money, nigga, then get involved. You wanna do better for your people, then get involved. You wanna change your life forever, better get involved. Then you change your hustle lush, problem solved. I'm back in it, I gotta get it, I gotta live it. Gotta be known as one of the best that ever did it. I got them livid, probably why they looking so timid. Give me $1, I come back and feed the whole village. To share a track with me, really a whole privilege. I'm so fearless, they so clueless, I really do this. I'm teaching students, I'm still in this bitch, going stupid. Played it cool for my mama, the law is so ruthless. They'll gun you down and get paid leave, that's crazy. From the streets to the top, I call that Jay-Z. You better play my music, baby, before you play me. This that 4K living. I'm back in it, I gotta get it, I gotta live it. Gotta be known as one of the best that ever did it. I got them livid, probably why they looking so timid. Give me a
So, we back. We back. It's MK3 the host. I'm with the bros. They gonna introduce themselves. Ha!
My name is Justice Brown. You know what I'm saying? I had to say it on my chest this time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He gave me, you know what I'm saying? He gave me some little, you know, you know what I'm saying? After that. Talk about
That's your whole name?
Hey,
Nah, Justice Brown. Look, why you got? Hey, dog, chill, dog. Look, I'm the co-founder of 402 Chaos.
Formerly known as
Nebraska Jelly Elite.
Okay, had to make sure.
Yeah, fact.
That's almost like Please Say the Baby,
Right.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Almost.
Exactly.
Hey, what's good? It's Everybody Hate JB. Follow me on the gram. Follow my boy Kirk.
Yeah.
Kirkland's Corner on Facebook. Matt Kirkland on Facebook. Jordan Brown on Facebook. Justice Brown on
You
Facebook.
can't miss that head.
Follow, follow us, show
Matter of
that
fact-
love.
Matter of fact, hold on.
Gotta polish that.
Yeah,
one. You gotta polish it.
Crazy.
Hey, big up to Mac Millie. He called. He texted my phone. I feel like, knowing Mac the way I do, I feel like that phone could ring any minute. So, you know what I'm saying? If it
Shout out
ring
Mac.
cold, yeah. Hey, shout out
Holla
Low
at
and
us,
Lightning.
Mac.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mac. I mean,
Holla at your
I know
boy.
you like to talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we back to the meat and potatoes of the matter today. So big ups to the group formerly known as Jelly Elite, who's now 402 Chaos. And what we have going on right now is we continue in our little mini series where I say what I want, because that's what I do. But we talking about the youth athletic experience as a whole, all the way down from coaches' relationships to fans to all we got to call. That's Matt. Oh man, hold on. Let me talk to my guy. MK3 the host. Who am I talking to? Yeah, that's Mac. That's Mac. What up, baby?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. Why you laughing, bro?
Shout out to 402 Chaos. I see y'all changed the name.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Matt.
Pretty good.
So Mac,
I said no, we're doing.
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Matt.
Huh?
Hey, you know who this talking? Hey, bro. LeBron the GOAT. LeBron the GOAT, dog.
Hey, man, that's something we ain't got all day.
Hey, but okay, Mac. So you played sports before. Before we tap in with the coaches, you played sports before. In your idea, the youth athletic experience as a whole, what is too much for the kids in terms of workouts, relationships with refs, coaches, and parents? What's too little? What do you think has changed from when we were kids to now? Because there's a significant drop off, but we want to know what you feel so we can kind of combat and converse a little bit. So what is the state of the game for kids and the youth athletic experience from your eyes, Mac?
I just feel like it's more opportunities now. Like being that I played at such a high level, on every level, college, semi-pro, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
I just think we done had the same opportunities, but we done had the same resources. Kind of like what Jordan was saying earlier. Like we come from even where I'm from, the north side is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So like we didn't have our parents and shit coming to the games and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We had to get it out the mud, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like our AAU team, the people we traveled the world with and went to our games with was the people that we was around and the people that was like family to us. Like my mom, she raising boys by herself. She always had to work. My mom didn't see me play basketball until my senior year, and that wasn't because people was like, "Your son gonna do big things. He always in the paper, blah blah this." Like when I seen her come to the games, it was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting my bag back."
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
She got to take her lunch at the times of my games because she worked second shift. Like my mom never like until my senior year, and like really it was because I was in the paper all the time. But people was like, "Dude, I don't see how you don't go watch them play." You know what I'm saying? So really, I think nowadays it's just you have people that's willing, because we all have been there. That the whole object to do this is to give back. Even if you go to the league, you get money, you get back into the community. That's why you see so many people. Like that's one thing I can say LeBron is to go there off the court because he do so much for the community because he was in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's making a way for everybody, and I just think that. Nowadays, it's people. It takes a village really to do this, bro. So like, it's people that's willing to help. Like my son, like everyone can see, like he a worker, like he a beast, like he a horse. Like his coach Ron say, he a horse. You know, the horse off the leash, what they gonna do? Like I gotta pull him back sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to be a monster. But I'm there for him because I know how it feels not to have my mama there. I gotta know that. So I just think nowadays there's more people that want to help the people. You know what I'm saying? To help these kids get to where they need to go because we've been there and done that. If we made the little mistakes and we've seen the stuff that we needed to do different at a young age. Like my son don't play video games or none of that. So when he get up, he ready to go to work. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it always. You know him personally. You around him a lot. So you know how he is.
Absolutely. And nephew work hard. That's for sure. Now let me ask you this. Do you think the competition is watered down now due to the fact that a lot of parents are really not trying to put their kids out there to give them that extra push necessarily? Or oh, it's too hot today. Let him have a day off, or this, that, or the third. I mean, the weather obviously is important, but in my opinion, it's watered down right now because there's a lot of people who, either they know the coach, so they want their kid to play, or they trying to pay the coach so their kid can play, but they don't want to send their kid to these workouts, to these other events, and then they wonder why, sometimes kids be soft as wet bread. You know what I'm saying? What would you say about that?
I think actually it helps nowadays. Like, if you want to go this is no shade at nobody, but if you want to just go pay some money, go to East Spring and play for them.
Right.
They're going to take all the money anyway. I think all the kids that's playing for these, like, even with Olympics, I'm saying, like, Moses ain't taking anybody for no money. So the object is to be the best. Like, these kids, that's why they're able to go out of town and put their name on the map and do so many great things. Like, I think nowadays, kids, it's not water, at least now where I be at. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids I see, I don't think it's watered down because I just really feel like the kids that want to do it are there. The parents that think like we do, like, I don't give a dang about you being hot.
Right, exactly.
Out there at work, and they out there doing it too. You stay hydrated, that'll learn you. That'll learn you. I had that problem with myself. Like, he didn't want to drink a lot of water. But he got the word out there for squads, but they ain't going to practice. Now he's drinking all the water he can drink.
Oh, does he drink the whole water bottle, or does he leave half of the water, bro?
Oh, he one of them. Well, ain't gotta worry about that. But, no more half water bottles laying around my house.
Yeah, hey, you good. Hey, Mac, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna wrap up with Justice and Jordan. Hey, as always, bro, always appreciate you tuning in. Make sure if you could, real quick, if you could take your phone out and get a pic of us on the big screen, because I know you got a big screen at the crib. I'm not trying to throw you out there, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm just saying, I know you watching from a nice spot right now, you know what I'm saying? So. Hey, but Mac, hey, you going to be on here soon, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro.
Salute, Mac.
All right, man.
You want to hit that red button? All right, so we heard from my guy Mac out there. Appreciate you calling. That's Mac Millie, 414. I don't know if he wanted me to tell y'all that, but y'all can follow him. You're just gonna have to guess what social media platform to follow him on that. So now I'm here with the coaches. So from there, and that's a man who has talent, who has played different levels and knows what he's talking about. So we want to now open it up from a past player's experience. No shade on that, because Mac not about to go to the league. Mac still get down. He's not about to go to the league tomorrow. I'm saying like right, you know what I'm saying, like right now. You know what I'm saying? From the coach's experience, what do you see and what do you think the youth athletic experience should look like? And I'm gonna outline it for you from your perspective first, but then I want you to also give the perspective of a player, in certain situations that I'll give you, but then I also want your take on how they should relate to, we're gonna rewind that. I want your take on everything, from the parents' relationships with you, to the kids' relationships with you, to being able to have them then translate that to a relationship with the referees as well. Because in basketball, y'all know as well as I know, it's easy for a kid to get one back home, like, man, you know what?
Oh yeah.
Whoa, hold on, don't say that. Don't say that. You know what I'm saying? But there are parents who run a less tight ship.
Right.
So they really don't have a problem with their kid, you know what I'm saying, getting that jam. So let's start from the beginning. What do you all see and think the youth athletic experience should look like from a coach's perspective?
As far as how it should look, I feel like every kid that is playing a sport has to have some type of love for it. I mean, if you do anything, like nobody wanted to go do something, go to work if they don't love it. I mean, obviously you're in a situation where you're in college or maybe something didn't go right, but obviously people got bigger goals and aspirations. We only here once, so you want to do something you love. So my advice to all kids is, first, if you really want to be a ball player, you want to be a track runner, you want to play baseball, you want to play basketball, football, you got to have some love for it, one. Two, when we speak about the parents, I feel like the parents have a lot to do with how these kids approach us as coaches and stuff too. Even when it comes down to like playing time. Like I tell parents all the time, we don't have a lot of parents involved, but even some that are involved, I'll tell them time and time again, well, what did he do in practice today? Did he tell you his attitude? Did he sprint every down and back? Or was he okay with jogging the last suicide and just jogging in while everyone else is sprinting when he's the reason why we were running? So it comes back, and we've had kids, you know what I'm saying? We're young coaches. I came to a point now where it's like we've been coaching now almost 3 years. I'm coaching at the high school level now. I have to be more, I feel like I have to be more accountable and holding these kids accountable. Like, you're not going to curse around me. You're not going to backtalk me. You're not going to say something bad about your teammate right in front of me, because if I let them do that, when they get to the high school level, they'll just get cut. They
Quick.
Don't nobody care about how good you are. No one cares about, well, kids got to understand, nobody ever cares about how good you are. They care about how good you are for the team. So
Period.
just like Matt said earlier, he won a state championship solely because he played his role.
Right.
Now, if he didn't play his role, you probably would have got chopped by you.
Easy.
And that's just that, because you're getting in the way of a team's goal. We always have goals every game. Every game before, we just played a team up in Nationals this last weekend, a week and a half ago. We beat this team out of Oklahoma, Under Armour team. I believe it's OWP something. They're out of Oklahoma. We were down 15 points in that game with 8 minutes. We called a timeout. We told our boys this. I said, we literally told them this. You guys have the greatest opportunity now in this tournament. This is an elimination game. You are down 15 to a team that doesn't respect you. Oklahoma people don't respect Nebraska, Oklahoma. So we told them this.
There.
We said
Boomer sooner,
exactly.
by the way. Boo. Emphasis on the boo.
Exactly. But like we told these kids, we said, look, y'all have an opportunity either to go as hard as you can now and come together as brothers,
Right.
or y'all have an opportunity to lose and walk out of here with you know, the face. Okay? So they dug down deep, and we've never seen, listen, for real though, we've never seen, like, we preach and get our team hype and all that, but how they came together as brothers, that was some stuff that we've been waiting for 2.5 years. Like, how they came together, you know, shout out to my little brother Timo and the whole team, you know, my little brother Tay Moore hit the game-winning shot. Trey that plays, Trayvon Gray, shout out to OTC Track Club, he's with them as well. He's a great ball player as well. He had the game-winning block. So,
They do say defense wins championships.
defense wins championships. Even though we told Trey to keep his hands straight up, because we were up 3, he went for the block
swat?
anyways. Yeah, he swatted.
that was always our problem.
But it just tied back to those kids finally dug down and they understood that if we're going to win this game, we got to really listen to what coach is saying, what our coaches are saying, and we got to come together as brothers or we're going home.
Right.
We're going back to Lincoln.
Thanks.
So that was my biggest eye opener. So if I was to say anything, basically, if you're getting into sports, don't be about I, because nobody likes that.
Because there's no what in
There's
team?
no I in team. And it sounds corny and cliche, but it's the truth. Like, you look at any great NBA team that's won it, they came together and knew their role. Any Jordan team, any Curry and KD team, even though KD knew he's the best player, you'll never hear him say, I'm the best player on this team. No, because you got 3 other superstars on your team. You just don't do that. So what I would say to the youth is, understand your role and understand your role in life at all times.
Right.
You could never try to be more, like you said earlier about sitting at the table. Like, what does it mean if you're the best player but none of your teammates can relate to you, no one likes you, or no one cares about your accomplishments?
What
because
do you really win?
Yeah, because you can win.
Right.
Look, this is what we tell our kids. We end up losing in the quarterfinals to a not Houston Rocket team. I'll take that back. A Houston team.
I hope y'all lost to the Rockets.
Look, a Houston team from Texas. We were in the quarterfinals of the elimination game in Nationals a week and a half ago. And after the game we lost, we literally, we told the team, we were like, listen, dog, we might have lost this game, but understand tomorrow, after this tournament's done, the teams that made it to Sunday, after Monday, when Monday comes, nobody's going to be talking about this tournament. Right. Life's going to go on, and what are you going to do now to prepare yourself?
Absolutely.
Because now you got your 8th grade year coming up.
Right.
And now things is getting real serious. You got high school next year.
Right.
So now our job as coaches is like, look, yeah, we want to expand our program now and get a 3rd grade, a 4th grade team in a girl organization, all
That's
that.
how it works.
But now, our 8th grade boys, we got more pressure on us now that we got to hold ourselves accountable and make sure we're holding them accountable, because they're almost in high school now, dog, and it's getting real now. Like,
Absolutely.
And I
Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, just kind of going off what Justice said. Like, first, I kind of want to talk about the parents, just to kind of highlight like how important
That's
it is
important.
Man.
to have family at your events. You know, even if it's a practice, coming to watch your kid practice, or just even coming to a game here and there. You know, even 1 or 2 games. You know, a month or 2. You know, just that support is huge. And going off what Justice said, that changes how they act in games, changes how they act towards coaches. And, you know, seeing kids that don't have as good as a relationship with their family,
It hurts.
It hurts, and you see different attitudes and things like that. But as, you know, 2 young adults, me and Justice, take that and understand we have different kids from different homes, and you know we got to understand everyone is different, and you got to talk to people different. You have to treat kids differently in their own way, basically, to get through to a kid. You know, and
but still helping them progress. Though.
Exactly, but still helping them progress. But some kids you got to take a different approach. Not every kid can get yelled at.
Okay.
You know, not every kid you can talk soft to.
And I'm glad you said that real quick. I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. So Bo Pelini.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and be on the record saying it. I'm pro Bo. I understand there's a lot of people who wasn't with it. They didn't like. Yes,
Absolutely.
he said a lot of things that he maybe didn't need to say.
Right.
But make sure you know the background about why he yelled it. Because I know a lot of people always say the Taylor Martinez incident. Make sure you know exactly why he was yelling at that young man, because I'd have done the same thing. Now, this is my question though. Is that y'all's style of coaching?
And yeah, I mean to kind of go off that, I'm pro Bo too. The reason why is because Bo, he held his players accountable. He had great energy. Yes, he showed tough love. He loved you. He loved all of his players. He cared about all of them. I bet you they can call him to this day. And they'll be fine. Hey, Coach Bo, how's it going? Right. And he brought that different swagger, that mentality to that Nebraska football, that toughness that we've been waiting for since Osborne. Because Callahan didn't do it, but that's a different story. But anyway, then what do we go to the year after that? Mike Riley. Mike Riley's a softer coach. Nothing against Mike Riley. He was a great guy. But did he?
Swell guy.
Right. Did he keep his players accountable?
You know what he did? He kept it 500.
Right. He kept
500. Not 1,500.
Right. I mean,
I don't even know about 500.
I mean,
that was what his record was.
Oh yeah,
it was even.
I mean, just that point, man. I think that was a great point because me and Justice, I feel like we are more. We're more.
But do y'all yell like that?
Okay,
though? Do y'all yell and curse like that?
I'll say this. Jordan, look, this is what I say. I say when we're talking about coaching, I say me and Jordan have similar characteristics, but he keeps me calm just as well as I can keep him calm. So I'm more high strong on the court. I'll let the refs, I'll let them know how I feel about a call. If a coach is talking in my ear, I'll let the coach know how I feel about him as well. I'm always there, and I've had to learn how to channel my anger. Just J-Mac that called us a little bit ago here, you know what I'm saying? J-Mac told me something last year, I'll never forget. He told me after he came and watched one of the small part games I was coaching, he said, you got to learn how to channel your emotion to your own players. Right. And so instead of going out the ref, and instead of going, you know, and I learned that too at the high school level now I've been coaching, like, you got to learn, we've learned a lot how to channel our emotion for the game towards our players and no one else, because no one else matters when the game's going on. It doesn't matter if a ref made a bad call. It doesn't matter if a parent's yelling at you saying y'all suck. Only thing that matters when it's game time is what you're going to do for your team to win that game. So I would say I'm more Bo. I feel like yelling sometimes at kids because we used to be the soft coaches, the young coaches where
we've had the other approach.
Yeah, we were letting kids maybe cuss under their breath in a practice or cussing games.
Or maybe watch a kid jog back.
Now?
Different story.
Now, you jog first 2 minutes. If you jog, I don't care if it's the first minute of practice. You jog, any back talk, you're out our practice. I mean, we're in that approach where it's like they got to know that because what happens in high school, man? If you're jogging in practice, what are you gonna just keep doing?
Running for one, and then eventually you're gonna get booted.
Run out that
just get booted, and then your team's gonna run for you. So that's what we do too. Like we kicked the kid out a couple months ago. One of our best players. I'm not gonna say his name. He's a great talent. He back talked me and Jordan, and he said I should have went.
I heard about that.
He said I should have went to track practice. So I said, you know what? Let's have a track practice.
Oh yeah, you want some track conditioning?
That's what we said. We said let's have a track practice. Right. So we ran sprints for about 30 minutes straight. He cut out 5 minutes into it, and the team thought they maybe were going to get out of running, but that's false. We kept running because of his actions.
And I think that just goes back to like keeping them accountable.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say is that y'all really embody the word accountable because everything you said from this experience that the youth should have from your portrayal is that you need to be accountable for it.
Keep each other.
So if y'all listening, be accountable. Make sure you own what's yours.
Right.
Go ahead, Jordan.
No, I was just saying, I mean, going off what you said, I mean, being accountable is everything. I mean, on a team especially, you got to keep your teammate accountable. We ask everyone, every practice or every game, we'll huddle up and we'll have that moment. Who's going to be the leader today? Because me and Justice don't care. We just want to see a kid. It could be the kid on the bench that doesn't play much, supporting his team and getting those guys going, which we've seen. And
that's huge.
And going off and just coaching for these couple years. Me and Justice been coaching for maybe what,
2.5, 3 years. Almost.
About 3 years. And like Justin said, coming up, we did have our mistakes. Yeah, we maybe said things we shouldn't have said, but I feel like every coach goes through that time
Absolutely.
phase. And that stage, I mean, just as a human, we're, two young adults. I'm 24, Justice is 22.
The growth process.
Right.
Everybody goes through
Right,
it.
so we're just growing as humans and young men. And,
Absolutely.
And, at the same time, we're trying to help, not raise young men, but
Help mold
guide
them, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
mold them and
Absolutely.
guide them to that, to that promised land.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to touch on that, what he said. I feel like as far as like he said, molding young men, the reason why I coach, man, it's like a high for me, man. It's like you see these kids like even shout out to all my coaches, man. I want to shout out all the youth teams doing
All
it out
coaches,
here.
man.
Elite Tempo, Verly Storm, GTS, Supreme, everyone grinding out here, man. Lincoln Lakers, all them. Like literally, man, these coaches out here, y'all gotta salute these dudes, man. A lot of us programs, we're not making money and stuff like that. These other programs, like I said, the Elite Tempos of the world and all that, we're really out here caring about these kids and really out here trying to make a difference for these kids, man. It's a high. We love doing it. You see these kids every day, and every week they're getting better and better and better. And when you really sit down and think about it as a coach, I was like, man, it's not us getting them better. They're choosing to come to practice. They're choosing to come to the games. A lot of coaches you'll see these richer programs around here. They'll be like, well, yeah, we're getting these kids really good. We're getting these kids all these. No, you're not, because these kids show up. It's all about showing up. That's another thing I want to really say, and that's a part about being accountable. Mm-hmm. When you actually show up, you're going to see progression. I've seen dudes go from here to here over a summer when I was in high school.
Yeah, for real.
And
that's all it takes.
You see it all the time. Like, when you get to a point where you're like, okay, I kind of like basketball. Like, younger kids, they might be like, they're in that stage like, do I like baseball? Do I like basketball? Do I want to play both sports? Well, when you find your niche and it's something you really want to do, you're going to see the kids, like, you'll see the kids that are a good player. You'll see them hit their 7th grade year. We've been coaching these kids since 5th grade. Yeah. So we've seen they're about to be 8th graders now. You should see, we had a player on our team, dude. He couldn't make a layup for nothing. And now he's averaging, dang near 10 and 10 a game. When he went from just being a bench player, man. It's like
that's staying involved and being accountable.
That's the biggest part of it, man.
It's like it's beautiful, because that's why I say when I get a high from coaching, because you're coaching these kids. Understand, a lot of coaches, they like to take a lot of credit for their players and stuff.
Period.
But these coaches, these players are really, they're the ones really putting in the work. So to all my coaches, don't let your ego ever get to you, because when we first started out and we're young, I always been like, yeah, I'm gonna get them right. We getting them to these tournaments. It was kind of more about like, we want to help these kids, but we want a little bit of the spotlight too. But now it's more like, we've been putting our ego aside. It's like, dude,
maturity, man.
It's maturity. We have to get maturity. Like, it's about the kids at all times. They're the ones showing up. They're the ones playing. Yes. Like we tell our kids now. I tell them in the huddles all the time. I used to be that coach where it was pro win. And then we started taking L's and playing better competition. And I started coaching other leagues, and we were taking L's. And I would always tell Jordan, I'd be like, dog, how do we lose this game? How do we do this? How can we fix it? But just like Kobe Bryant said, I watched a great interview with him the other day. He said there's no such thing as failure, because every single game that he lost, he learned from.
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as failure. When you look, if you want to be a great athlete, you got to understand what that even means. And for some people, it might be hard to understand that quote, but a real ball player, a real competitive person will understand that there's no such thing as failure, because at the end of the day, you learn from everything. And these boys are coming in and out each week, even like all these other programs, man. Like, it's
like boys to men, basically, right? That's what they're going to. Boys to men.
It's like, dude, they're improving every single week, man. And I just say, like I said, I want to shout out, like I said again, even the Elite Temple boys and Supreme Basketball. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different sides of the city, both playing in that UA circuit, the Under Armour circuit. That's the level we're trying to get on now. This year, we want to get into the UA, because we got the team to do what we feel like. So our boys are seeing those other programs and like, we want to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? We know we can be at that level.
Seeing is believing as well. Exactly. So, and I think the biggest thing that I've been able to pick up from y'all too is that there's a genuine love for the game, for the kids, and although sometimes parents do have that negative adverse effect on the kids, having them there is also a positive thing as well for the kids. So I think as we get ready to conclude another great episode, and if you're just tuning in, make sure you rewind the tape. We had a lot of good laughs. We had a lot of good energy on here today. It's always dope, awesome energy. You know what it is. So lastly, before we get out of here, fellas, let in your own couple words, explain what any inquiring parents want to know as a mission statement from you, and obviously y'all know, don't make it nothing cheesy. Keep it real.
Yeah.
As a mission statement from any parent who's watching you right now on this set, what can their child gain, and will their experience as a young athlete be enriched by coming to the 402 Chaos?
I would say my point of view on that, I say if you guys choose 402 Chaos for your child, they're gonna learn confidence in themselves. A lot of kids this age struggle with confidence and just being confident on the court, but on and off the court. You see how they act in school, you know what I'm saying? I say coming to us to learn how to be part of a brotherhood, being a part of a family that's not their blood family. That's something big too, making those connections and making those lifelong friends through sports. I say another thing they're gonna learn is discipline. And not only that, they're gonna learn how to win, even while losing sometimes, and win and losing games, because in life, to win, you gotta lose.
Absolutely.
So that's our motto, man. And we all just end it like this: FOE. That's what they're gonna learn. That's family over everything. That's how it is.
I mean, to go off what Justice said, just, you know, right now we are trying to expand to a 7th grade team. We have a high school team in the works as well with Justice coaching at Lincoln High. You know, contact me or Justice, Facebook, Instagram. My number is 531-333-0070. Give me a call. We're trying to just, you know, put a great group of kids together, man, that are diverse, that really just represent the community of Lincoln in a great way. You know, it's really not all about basketball. It's more so about making them great young representable men, and you know, just take them to that next level. Not only in
I like how you
basketball,
chopped and screwed that.
Right.
You brought it back.
Right, exactly. Not only, right, exactly. So just to empower them, you know, not only on the court, but
Be scholars in the community.
right in the community, man. Be that guy that helps your community, that goes to pick up trash, that tells that other kid, hey, don't do that. So, you know, that's not, basketball is the last thing, and that's something we love, me and Justice, but we understand life is
This is
bigger
to
than
help
basketball.
teach them about life. Basketball and sports does that. Some kids will go to that next level.
Some
but this
won't.
is about that. I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
When is you gonna come to the coaching staff, dog? We waiting for you to run the team.
Ooh, wee.
Maybe that's gonna be another episode. I don't know.
Snap, we got a call? Oh, that's wrong. Hey, go ahead. Just answer that for me. Yeah, that's L1. L1, yep. Kirkland's Korner, what's going on?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Hey, this sound like Big Ron. What's going on, boss?
Not much, man. I just got a question for the fellas before y'all wrap it up.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead. And next time, call and talk to me, man. You heard what Stephen A. Smith said. Call me, disrespect my show. Go ahead, bro.
Well, first thing, man, I want to, applaud you guys for taking the time to coach these young kids out here in the world. Because I know a lot of these kids, they can be a handful for young guys or whatever. But my thing is,
Appreciate that.
I know you guys are doing a new team in Lincoln. How is it that we keep our kids in Lincoln and not from going to teams in Omaha? Because it just seems like these Omaha teams are just snatching up all talent.
I say I'm gonna answer that one. That's a great question. I'm glad you asked me that on live television. Cause look, this question I've been wondering this question since I was 11 years old. Because growing up playing AAU, I would always see great players from the city like wanting to go to OSA, TNE, all these other. Now you got Team Factory. I think it's really the ego thing. Like these parents are putting this ego in their own kids' heads, saying, "Well, OSA they're sponsored by Adidas, well Factory they're sponsored by Under Armour," and they're putting that in their kids' head. When in all reality, we probably got more talent than Omaha. That shots fired at Omaha though.
Right.
I understand though. Look, I think the biggest thing is if we put our egos to a side, we can get all these kids to that Adidas and Nike EYBL level if we all come together.
Yeah.
If all of us come together and make a huge superstar team, a huge all-star team for the city, we can do the same exact thing all the programs are doing, even at a higher level.
I think exactly just going off what Justice said, man, it's about bringing Lincoln together, keeping these kids together, making them understand, hey, we could compete with Omaha if we all put that together. So definitely just making them buy into Lincoln is not lesser than Omaha. We can compete with those kids, and we can put teams together that do compete. So.
I got one more thing to say on that too. It starts at the high school level because they see all these metro teams every year in the state tournament.
Right.
So at a young age, they're like, oh, I want to be like them. Because I don't see no Lincoln teams in here. You know what I'm saying? So it comes as a whole coaches are scared down here to come together and work together. They want to be the spotlight and want to be the head coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not to interrupt you, you know what? It also comes from parents and a lot of jealousy with other kids.
Exactly.
If your kid is on a team with somebody that's better than him and he ain't getting the shine, then you feel like,
Right.
I'm gonna put my son on this team.
Exactly.
Right.
Why not all of us be on the same team and just win?
And build, exactly.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your boys, man. I'm waiting.
This the Twins day, right?
Hey, I'm waiting.
While you on the phone, Ron.
Let me say this.
Yeah, matter of fact.
Hey, I'm waiting for you to let me build a 7th grade team around them because I already got some pieces. It's over with once that happens.
That's the next thing we need, but we need those two dogs right there. Them dudes right there.
Hey, they calling for the J&J Express, Ron.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Don't put them out there on TV like that.
Man.
Hey.
Man, you know, we played y'all in Omaha when y'all was with Jelly and Lee.
Yeah, we had our
Yeah, we had our little younger team out there, man. Yep. We had the younger boys out there.
Yeah, you know, we had to shut y'all down. You know, I know y'all.
Ooh, Ron.
Hey, look.
I know you talking about when they were playing with the Blackhawks? Yeah, that was.
You had never seen them before. You figure like, damn, where the kids come from?
Right.
Hey, you know
We
what I
never
said?
seen them.
You know what I said? I said, why they in Omaha? That's why they was in Omaha, man.
Man,
That's the thing right there. We was on the team in Lincoln.
Exactly.
And a couple of young players, no names called, no
Right.
names thrown. You know, people throw hate like, hey, you know,
What?
they still
Right.
shine and doing this, but
Man.
you know, my boys are humble.
Man,
They don't glow.
And I can tell.
They blend to nobody.
Right.
They just don't work.
Exactly, and I love that about. I know that was the first thing I noticed because I see you're a real supportive parent, and seeing them out there, they really know how to like control themselves already as far as emotions. You know what I'm saying? And seeing that made me gravitate towards them. And I think we definitely should sit down because me and Justice right now are trying to get a very solid 7th grade team together. We got a couple great pieces. But your son's is one of the top in the city.
You want to sit down? You want to coach a 7th grade team for us, man? You link up with us. You want Kirkland run a 7th grade team? We with it.
Ron, they don't want that, Ron.
We with it.
Ron, they don't want that, Ron.
We with it.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say just like a parent, just like you are.
Right.
I want the best for my boys.
Yeah,
for sure.
I want my boys to be in the best situation possible.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
I just felt like, you know, if we go into a different team, first of all, I'm trying to keep my boys' loyalty, and that's the problem with a lot of these kids. There's no loyalty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a fact.
Everybody, you know, you play with this team one year, and then you be like, oh well,
Right.
I'll go to team because team got a better
Exactly.
situation.
Exactly.
Well, I'm finna transfer to Elite Temple. Well, I'm finna go to Supreme. Well, I'm finna go to Premier. Well, I'm finna go here and go here. You just gotta stick it out.
Right, exactly, and that's what it's about.
Stick it out. You can't just keep jumping from team to team. You're never going to build any chemistry with your guys. You're never going to show any loyalty. So, I mean, you know, when at the first sign of trouble, you lose, and now you want to run. You know, they just show the character that you are being taught.
Exactly.
And a lot of these kids right now, you know, no shade at nobody.
Right.
I'm not talking no names or nothing like that, but there's a lot of these kids out here that are not being taught how to be young men.
Exactly. And me and Justin seen it firsthand, man, and that's what we care about the most is keeping them accountable, making sure they are doing good in school. You know, things like basketball is the last thing. Not all these kids are going to go overseas or go to the NBA, man. It's bigger than that, man.
Man, Matt already know he's sitting on the track. We'll be out there. I'll let him know, hey.
That's my road dog. Hey, that's my road dog out that track, man. If you don't hear nobody else at the OTC meet, you will hear J-Mac, Ron, and me. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Hey, Ron, we about to close up. I'm going to call you here in about 10 minutes, bro. I appreciate you chiming in, man.
Chime it down, man. Appreciate the call, big dog.
Appreciate it, dog. Yep.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, bro.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Real quick before we got in here with my fellas, man. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed today. Today was full of day. I'm looking at the time. We already went about an hour and a couple. Hey, but that's what happens when you got day. You can go all day, every day. So with no further ado, let me give a couple closing shout outs. Always got to shout out my man Sam, Channel 724. Make sure y'all subscribe to them. Always big love there. Big shout out to my man Screwface John. He had a nice concert the last week. His going out of town concert. He done made his way out of Nebraska, which is ultimately the goal.
Right.
The goal is to progress. And so as Jordan was saying, big shout outs to Screw. He's on his way to Cali on Wednesday. Actually, no, tomorrow's the 13th, isn't it? Tomorrow's the 13th.
Yeah, tomorrow.
13th, yeah.
So shout out to Screw. Let me real quick say happy birthday, early happy birthday to Vonnie. Kyler's mother, is her birthday tomorrow. I'm not going to reveal her age. Happy birthday, though, Vonnie. Got to make sure that shout out. Make sure we get a little shout out from the corner.
No doubt.
Big ups to everybody's first day of school today. I know some kids start tomorrow, but hopefully kids had a great day today. Parents, hopefully, you didn't go crazy with the wine coolers and all that because the kids are gone. So hopefully that's under control. But it's all about the kids.
Right.
Here, you don't hear me talk about the kids a lot because they're who's next. And so for sure, we are always going to make sure that we got a good focusing and centering around the kids, because one thing I noticed about community is when kids start acting up, we always talk about, those kids, if they had something to do,
Right.
we have something for them to do. We have organizations
Plenty.
for them to be involved in. Hey, you know what? Me personally, I can say this because I know the fellas, even if y'all don't run with 402 Cats, that's cool.
Right.
Get your kid in something, though.
Yeah,
Let them run somewhere. If they need to run, holler at Raymond Adams, OTC Track Club. There's
For sure.
there's
Shout
plenty
out
of
OTC.
places to go. And if you can't make OTC, that's cool. There's Lincoln Youth Track Club as well. There's always venues to get your children in. So for me personally, I know my son, Jameson, he's the oldest one. He plays for the Columbus Mariners. He's active in baseball. Kyler right now is playing flag football. He's actually going to step up this year and play with some of his track buddies. So, it's all about, and even that's helping him be accountable and know, dang, I'm playing with third graders. I got to step up.
Right, exactly. That's a beautiful thing.
And that's always the key here. I don't have nothing else. It's always a good day to have a good day. Real quick, shout out to the home team, A-Fresh, Lamar, EJ the DJ. I know they down south right now at the Laugh at My Pain tour. I know Rico Love down there as well. Shout out to everybody part of the movement. Like I said, do or die this Saturday. If you need tickets, I got them.
Pull up.
15 now, 25 the day of. Don't hit me with a million. I don't want to hear it. I told you a few times. You know it's going to be a few. Hey, man,
I thought we was homies though.
yeah, you thought. But no, for Justice, for Jordan, everybody involved with Channel 724, you can follow us. One more time, let them know where they can follow y'all
You
at.
can follow me at Brown_Justice32 on Instagram. And then follow my Facebook, Justice Juice Brown. Don't ask me how to juice the juice. That ain't my nick. That ain't my middle name. That's just Justice Juice Brown. Yeah.
Hey, once again, follow me on Facebook, Jordan Brown. Get in contact with me, send me a message. Or Instagram, Everybody Hates JB. It's the one and only. Holla at your boy. Finally came on, chopped it up with Big Bro. Big Kirk in the building. Shout out Kirkland's Corner.
Yeah.
Shout out Channel 720. Excuse me.
Like a halo.
Shout out Channel 724. Follow your boy.
724.
Subscribe every Monday at 8 o'clock.
Monday at 8, we
Get
here.
down. Have fun.
So,
Hey.
with no...
Get that day.
Yeah, that day. Hey, make sure y'all pick up them shirts too. Lamar Wilbur has those shirts at
Shout out
normalfresh.com. It's a white shirt. It's got a nice thinking brain on it, and it says dope energy for the adults, dope awesome energy for the kids. Get your kid in one, get them draped up. Big ups to, real quick before I go, Kobina, thank you for having me involved and host that event. It was wonderful, man, to see the city come together. Thank you to the moms who yelled at me about the event before it started. Casey, Shaylin, and Michaela, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Y'all gave me the energy I needed to perform the way I did. So, no, I'm playing. I know y'all don't like being called out and whatnot, but hey, it's safe. Don't worry. Not everybody is watching this right now. So, for Jordan, Justice Brown, for Sam, Ishma, Channel 724, it's always a good day to have a good day. City to city, hood to hood, corner to corner. We working.